Good
Cheers,
morning.
Steven.
Cheers, Heidi. Good
Hiya.
morning, good afternoon, good
How are
evening,
you
whenever you're
feeling?
watching this.
How are you feeling? Poor thing with COVID.
Okay, so I'm feeling better today. I feel like it wasn't really that bad for me. But I will say that I was convinced that I was immune to it. Only because I'm one of the only people I know who never, ever, ever got it. And I actually thought the tests were kind of like not real because every time we would go to test, it would come up negative. And I was like, is this real? Meanwhile, now I can't get it to come up,
Negative.
yeah, negative. Or I guess negative, positive, whatever. I've never been positive before, and now I am. So there you go.
I'm
Staying home.
so sorry that you and Jeffrey were sick. That's really awful.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, we're feeling much better.
Well, I mean, we're kicking off our show finally in, I guess, Zoom style this time at least, until
Zoom
we can get
style.
together, which would be fun. But I know that we've had a lot of people contacting both of us, asking questions and kind of wondering where we went, where we
Yeah.
disappeared to. And here we are.
Here we are. We're back.
We are back. As most of you know, we both work with Mott and Chase Sotheby's International Realty here in Providence, Rhode Island, and we're excited to be giving you the skinny on what's happening in real estate.
Yeah,
So, it's a tough time. Buyers and sellers are both freaking out a little bit.
it is a tough time.
Yes, but it's an opportunistic time.
It is an opportunistic time. I think that we read the papers a lot, and I think we see a lot of doom and gloom. But I would love to remind everybody out there who is watching in Rhode Island, especially Providence, Rhode Island, that a lot of the things that you're reading are national. And locally, real estate is actually it's great. I don't think that this is a bubble. I don't think there's going to be any type of a real estate crash. It's a great investment. We're still getting fantastic prices here on the east side of Providence, and they continue to go up. So as far as I'm concerned, it's still a great investment.
Yes, absolutely. And we've had a lot of action. I mean, just in the past 24 hours here in Rhode Island, there have been 37 new listings that have come up. 42 are pending, which is a great sign.
Yeah.
18 closed. And the days on market are not, they're under 11 days for the pendings that closed here on the east side anyway. So
Which is still that is a really fast turnaround.
yeah, it's crazy. And
yeah.
The nice thing is that you're not competing if you're looking to buy, you're not going to be competing in the crazy pandemic era of having to bid $100,000 more. I mean, they're still going above asking,
Yep.
but not exponentially so.
Exactly. And it's not now when you're shopping or when you're selling, it's not, you don't have a gun to your head. So in other words, we don't have to leave a listing and decide in the next 2 hours whether we are going to live there or not. You do have like a second to like get your bearings before you make that decision. And the same, for people who are selling is, before for sellers, a lot of times you would go in and you'd say, we've got this offer. It's really good. It's good for 24 hours. It's a yes or no at this point, and you don't know what else was going to come in, and you don't know what was going to happen the next day when whether somebody was going to come in and value your property even more. So we really are in the franticness of the pandemic market. I think that it was a lot to deal with for both buyers.
Oh
and
yeah.
sellers. Yeah.
So what was it like as an agent? Just for, because I wasn't here for that. And
Right.
I know that a lot of people were saying that, it's sort of a blessing and a curse. And you've got all this
Yeah.
business. And it was a great opportunity for everybody, but it was a scary time. And people were missing out on 7 or 8 houses before they even could get one. So
It's true. And it was, it was the mortgage rates and everybody sort of wanted to take advantage of that. And people did. That being said, a lot of times you were paying, way over asking, hundreds of thousands of dollars in some cases over asking. So, it had its pluses and its minuses, and I think that everything sort of like evens out. You know, and I think that, like, you know, people are always saying, like, you know, is it a good time right now, you know, to buy, or should you wait? And I think that really depends on, you know, where you are in your life. You know, it depends on your situation. You know, at this time of year last year, you know, the market was moving so fast, and you know, if you waited to buy, you know, the next house that came into market was going to cost you more money. But right now things are different.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. The other
And I
problem,
don't think that, oh, it's going to say that I don't think that there's like a rush to go out and buy a property. But at the same time, I believe that, you know, if you can find the right property and the payment makes sense to you, and if you have the money in the bank, and, you know, and more importantly, if you have a longer term horizon that you plan, you know, to be in the property for, you know, 5, 7, even 10 years, then I think it's a good time to become a homeowner.
Yeah.
Did you know that homeowners have 44 times greater net worth than renters? And it all comes back to, yeah, you know, to real estate.
Yep.
You know, it's that long-term generational wealth that real estate creates.
Oh, absolutely. And I think right now for so many sellers, obviously we all know that there is such low inventory, but the rate lock that all these homeowners have, you know, they're terrified. The average is 4% that they're locked in on. And so how to comfortably talk to a seller about taking an opportunity as this in this market where there are so few houses out there to buy. But really, it's important to take advantage of it now because prices aren't going down. Things are selling quickly, and it's a great time to think about it. And in terms of where you're going to go, and that's the other fear. Think about, you know, building a house, and you know that would be an amazing thing. And you've got so much equity.
Incredible.
48% equity in their house, and they're considered to be on the wealthy side of things. So if you can leverage that, you're golden. And or if you're worried about the rate, just refinance.
Agree. I totally agree. And you know, you have to remember that rates are coming down. They're not, obviously, they're not going to.
We don't know if they're coming down.
They skyrocketed, that's for sure. You know, and I think that people, you know, are thinking that they went up very, very, very quickly and very suddenly, and I think that they're not going to come down that fast. But that wasn't normal to begin with.
Well, I spoke with a local mortgage broker here today, and you know the rates right now are 6%. He expects they'll probably go up slightly before they come down.
Okay.
But even so, I mean, you know, if you look back at what was happening in 2008, we're still at a great number right now.
I totally agree.
Anyway, I get everything.
Yeah, rates are higher. They're never going to go back down to 2.5%. I don't believe that the Fed will allow that to happen. You know, they will come down. And as you said, when they come down, refinance. But refinance, but, you know, maybe you buy now. And you buy now because you are not going to have the intense competition, to complete a sale that you would have, a year ago.
So here's the good news. I mean, good and bad news. There are only where Steven and I work, we're on the east side of Providence. There are only 8 single family houses available right now. And those range from 253,000 to 1.3. There are 8 pending. And that's from 350 to $1 million. And the days on market are 11 days and under. So the houses are selling quickly.
Yeah.
And there have been 5 that have closed in the past 30 days. Days on market 0 to 48. So you know, there's still a bustle out there to find the perfect house. And your agents can tell you and work with you on analysis on what your house is worth. And it doesn't mean that you have to sell it, but it's really great to educate yourself on what you
It's a conversation.
Yeah.
It is probably one of your biggest assets, and it's an important conversation to have. And it's an important asset to really understand.
The other thing I'd say about that too is not only having an understanding of what your house might be worth in a time that is volatile and you're not sure, but you can get a jump start on, having your house inspected and knowing what, when you want to make that jump and when you have found the house that you think you want to move to, you're going to be ready to go. You've got the house inspected, you know what you have to disclose, you've got, everything little by little you can start working on in terms of painting or getting your house ready. And we'll talk about that next week.
Yes.
That's going to be a fun show. Actually, it's
going to be a really fun show.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah. Knowledge is power. It's a great thing to know. Yeah. It's the same as knowing what the balance is in your stock portfolio or your bank account. You should know how much your house is worth.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. So the last part of our little thing here is, what is your secret find in Rhode Island you want to share with everybody?
Okay. So everybody, what we're going to do is at the end of each one of the Heidi and my little webisodes, we're going to give you a tip to something that's really great in Rhode Island that maybe you know about and maybe you don't. So my tip this week is a great restaurant called Matunic Oyster Bar, which is located in Galilee. And Jeffrey and I went and met my sister and her partner there a week ago. And I will tell you that the food was phenomenal. Best sunset I've seen in ages. Yeah. Right outside the dining room window. And the place is beautiful. The service was so nice. And I will say this, best looking service people I've seen. I felt like I was at a casting.
You're going back to your old job now.
It was crazy. Everybody was gorgeous and nice.
Oh,
yes. Love
it. Place for you, Steven.
Oh, wow.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
It's funny. Yeah, I love it there. I also would say that's an awesome spot to go visit.
It's great.
Yeah. So, okay, I stumbled on this store on Hope Street in Providence called Rhode Craft.
Love Rhode Craft.
Have you been? It is amazing.
I love it.
It's amazing. It's all these curated, awesome Rhode Island art pieces, and it's just the best place. There's all these Rhode Island centric pieces, t-shirts, mugs, cards, scarves. I know that you love the scarves and stuff.
Best scarves on the Eastern Seaboard, people. They are amazing for men and women. Yeah.
Totally. Yeah. Oh my God. So if you're looking for a fun Rhode Island gift, definitely give them a shot. And they have a lot of non-Rhode Island stuff too, but it's wonderful because it's all this curated artisan stuff from.
It's such a cool story.
How they're supporting the community. So that's a cool thing.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. I mean, if you haven't been, for sure, stop by. Yeah. Hope Village. There you go.
Oh, yeah. 769 Hope Street.
Yes. Love it.
All right, my friend. I wish you were here. I hope you're feeling better.
Thank you so much, Heidi. Yeah, thank you. Thank everybody for hanging in there. I'm sorry I had to take a little bit of a break. I didn't have a voice for a few days. So, yeah, thank you very much. And we will see you next week. Thank you for watching and have a good one.